Hello everyone. Today we will solve the third problem of LeetCode top interview questions, 145 questions. So the third problem is longest common prefix. So as you know, a prefix means the substring that start from the beginning. And like for this example, there is flower. So if I consider FLO, that is prefix, FLOW, that is prefix. So substring that start from the beginning is prefix, and substring that start from the end is suffix. So we need to find the longest common prefix. So there will be multiple strings, and we will find the common string that common substring that every string has. For for example, there as you can see, flow, these are common. So this is a common prefix, and if you compare these two, the fl, this part is common. So that is longest common prefix. And we can see from the description, we will be provided with the array of strings, and we need to find the longest common prefix. So there are several ways to find a longest common prefix. uh, Here we will discuss three possible solutions, and we will also discuss the benefit and problems of using them, what to use, what algorithms. So let's go into some visual representation. So the given example is flower, flow, and flight. So flower, flow, and flight. So if we consider the strings, uh, then we can see to find the common prefix, we can check either vertically or horizontally. So there are two way of brute force method of vertical scanning or horizontal scanning. So what does it means? That vertical scanning means we will start with the first index character of every string, then second index character of every strings, if they same or not. That way we will scan vertically. And horizontal scanning is, we will consider each string and its horizontal pair. Like we will compare flower with flow, then we will compare the result with flight, and then we compare the result with the rest of the string, and this way we will continue horizontally comparing on with another. So let's explain the horizontal scanning first. So here we can see, we can represent the string as a matrix to better understanding. So this is the first one, flower, and if we compare these two string, we can find the common substring is flow. Okay, so how do we compare it? Just using a simple while loop, we can say while is equal to true. Okay, and then you can take a simple count variable, initialize it to 0, and sorry, we should initialize the count variable outside 0, and we check if this is our first string, then this is our second string. So if first string of I or count, first string of count is equal to second string of count, okay, then we will increment the count. Otherwise we'll just return the output. Okay, so as you can see, we'll compare these two string first, then our result will be returned. It will be flower flow. The common part is flow. Then we'll compare the flow with remaining string. Then we'll find the output. This way, this will go on, go on, go on forever. But there is a problem with this solution. What if there is a another string that has nothing common with them in the previous string? So, and that string came in the last. For example, we have another string ghost. Okay, so as you can see, after all those comparison, finally when we found the ghost, already the full algorithm is executed, and finally when we find the ghost, we can see that there is no common substring. Okay, it start with G, so none of them matches. So this is a big problem. What if we can find out if there is a string that doesn't match at all? So we can exit the algorithm earlier. So in that case, the vertical scanning came in place. So what happens in the vertical scanning? We compare all the first character of each string, first iteration. Then in second iteration, we compare all the second string, then the third string. So this way, if there is a string that has nothing common, we can exit in the exactly first iteration. We don't have to wait until the algorithm ends at the last iteration. So vertical scanning is faster in that most cases. So we already have discussed about two way of finding a solution, that is vertical scanning and horizontal scanning. There is another solution. Okay, the third way, what we can do, we can sort all the string. So there are faster sort algorithm in log n, as you know. So we can sort them. What will happen when we sort them? As they will be sorted alphabetically. So for example, the last one, the dogs. So as you know, the D is after sort, D will be appear here. So then after sort, we can just compare the first and the last, these two. As all of them will be sorted, so all common alphabet will be in the sequence. So we don't need to compare all of them. We just need to compare the first one and the last one. And the common part of the first one and the last one is our solution. Okay, I can show a visualization. For example, cat. For example, A B D C. A B B D A B C D. So when you sort them, okay, A B D C will come first, then A B B D, then A B C D. Okay, and if we have A at the end, after the sorting, this will come first. A. So now we just need to compare this first string and last string. So what is common among them? This A. So that will be our answer. Hope you understand. Let's dive into the code, and first we will try the horizontal scanning procedure. Then we will try the sort algorithm. So first of all, we'll check if our input string is valid or not. So if our input string is not valid, that is it is null, then we'll just return, okay, we'll just return an empty string as say there is no string, then we need to just return empty string. Okay, so return empty. This is our defense code. Then as we will scan character by character in each string, that is the vertical scanning. So the maximum length of a string can be 200. So we'll start a loop from 200. After that, we'll iterate through every string from this strings array. So we'll start another loop. This time the size will be our length of the strs. So
now what we are going to do, we're going to check the ith character of every string. Okay, if it matches, then we'll do nothing, we'll just keep matching and keep matching. If it doesn't match, then we'll just return. Okay, return the length of the matching string. So if if it matches, we'll just continue, otherwise we'll return.
substring. Okay, so if as you can see, the substring is not inclusive, it's exclusive. So when we return the I, we can return the ith index from here. We don't need to subtract one. Okay, so and if this for loop returns nothing, that means we have no match actually. So for the default case, we'll just return an empty string. Let's run this code, check everything compiles. Okay, everything's compiled perfectly. Let's submit it. As you can see, we have a runtime exception, so we'll have many problem during solving our problem. So it says the string index are out of bound. Okay, why out of bound exception? As you can see, we iterate over the full length. Okay, full length, not every string is full length. So what we need to do, we need to check if the current I is less than the current string length before accessing the index. Okay, so we need to add a bound exception for both of them. So I is less than so you can see we have used length variable and here length method. So in Java, the array list already have a field that contain the length, but for string we need to use the method to get the size anyway. So we have checked both of them for the out of bound case. Now let's submit the code again and see what happens. So we got accepted, and the runtime is 5 millisecond. So this is not the exact runtime. You will get variable runtimes on each submission for the same solution, but anyway it's not very fast solution, as you can see. Okay, let's try with the sort solution. So for sorted solution, we can keep the check if the string array is null. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna sort. So we will use the arrays built-in sort method, sort the given strings. Okay, so we'll take the first and the last element. Start a while loop. Then if our string matches, so let's keep a count variable. So we'll check if our we'll check for the common part of our first and last string. So if the first, so we'll continue to update the count variable as long as this character matches. So as long as find the matching characters, we'll keep updating the count variable, and whenever it doesn't match anymore, we'll just return the substring. Okay, so we can return from any of them, first or last, as they are in common, so they will uh, be in every string. Okay, so let's take the first. Let's run this code. Let's submit it. So index out of bound. In the same way, we have to check for the bound. Okay, because we are accessing to check if they recall, but we don't know, any of them could be smaller than the others, so they maybe not have the next item. So we need to check the count. Let's submit the solution again. Okay, thank you for watching. We'll see you in next video.